Hello, good evening, my dear students. Actually, it is evening for me. Well, today I am going to teach rearrangement of carbocations. Actually, this is a very important topic in both subjective and competitive point of view because many carbocations undergo rearrangement and in most of the organic reactions already you know carbocations are the reaction intermediates. So in such cases generally we have to talk in detail about carbocations. Already I have made a video on stability of carbocations. So today's video is on this rearrangement of carbocations. Actually, why should carbocations undergo rearrangement? The purpose of rearrangement of carbocations is for getting stability. This is the only purpose of rearrangement of carbocations. Okay. So let me teach first example why this rearrangement takes place and how it takes place and which type of groups undergo shifting in this. First example I am teaching. It is an N-propyl carbocation. Okay, so plus charge is present on terminal carbon atom. It is a primary carbocation V. So what I am doing now, this rearrangement takes place. This hydride ion shifting takes place from this carbon to this carbon. Okay, why this hydride ion shifting, sir? Let's see. This is called 1,2 hydride shift. Hydride shift means hydrogen shifts along with these two shared pair of electrons, so that these two electrons will go and form bond with this carbon, and this carbon will be electron deficient now. Okay, two hydrogens were initially present, now one hydrogen shifted to this carbon, terminal carbon, now positive charge is present here. And this is adjacent, I mean hydrogen is shifting between two adjacent carbons. So that's why this is 1,2 hydride shift. And we got a new carbocation, this is a secondary carbocation. Okay, in general you see on the basis of number of alpha hydrogens, you see the positive charge is present on this carbon, this is alpha carbon, only 2 alpha hydrogens are there, but 3 plus 3, 6 alpha hydrogens are there. So in this rearrangement, stability of the carbocation increased. So this rearrangement is quite legal. Okay. So generally many students have this doubt that sir, where should carbocation undergo rearrangement? So how we can know about the rearrangement of carbocation? It is not to memorize. Generally when you are given a carbocation like this, if more than 2 carbons are there, generally any carbocation is there, branch is there, branch is not there, anything. Generally for more than 2 carbons, N-propyl onwards. Okay, so more than 2 carbons are there, carbocation is the reaction intermediate. Then you check, is there any possibility of rearrangement? Still you have any doubt, then you do rearrangement. If after rearrangement more stable carbocation is formed, then your rearrangement is legal, otherwise your rearrangement is not correct. No need of any kind of rearrangement. Here hydrogen ion shifting takes place. Suppose sometimes CHD like that they are present, then hydrogen shifting is greater than deuterium than tritium, because CH bond is weaker than CD bond than CT bond. So ultimately this is the correct order of migratory ability. Okay, migratory ability. So I am talking about second carbocation. In second carbocation, this one, this carbocation is, okay, in this it is again primary carbocation. Here hydrogen atom is there. So now this hydrogen shifts along with these 2 electrons. This is also 1,2 hydride shift. Yes sir. So actually this is a primary, and how many alpha hydrogens are there? Only 1 alpha carbon, only 1 alpha hydrogen is there. But after shifting it becomes a tertiary carbocation. No doubt in general we know tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary than primary. Okay, so on that basis it is clear. And moreover 1, 2, 3 alpha carbons, 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 alpha hydrogens. This is very highly stable in comparison to this primary to tertiary. Now students have one more doubt. Sir, why this 1,2 hydride shift actually at adjacent position? Methyl group is also there. 1,2 methyl shift is also possible. Okay, you have doubt, then you do 1,2 methyl shift. Okay, Me stands for methyl. Means these two electron shift along with methyl group shifts along with these two shared pair of electrons. When methyl group shifting takes place, now positive charge will be formed here. Now it becomes secondary. It is a secondary carbocation. It is a primary carbocation. It is a tertiary carbocation. So which is most stable? No doubt this is most stable. This rearrangement is correct. This is incorrect. Even though it is more stable than this. Okay, 5 alpha hydrogens are there, but the most stable one. In rearrangement, we have to find most stable carbocation. Okay, whenever you have such kind of doubt, you go in both the ways and you check in which way you are getting most stable carbocation. That is the correct way. These are very, very important. Because every year 1 or 2 questions are coming from organic mechanism which involve carbocation as the reaction intermediate. Okay, carbocation is very, very important. So well, let's talk about third one. Third carbocation, this one. It is primary, terminal carbon is there, it is a primary carbocation, and this side no group, this side 2 hydrogens are there. So 1,2 hydride shift is quite possible. So when 1,2 hydride shift takes place, hydrogen shifts along with these 2 electrons. Now terminal carbon becomes electron precise and positive charge is present here. This is a secondary carbocation. You see only 2 alpha hydrogens are there. This one, this side 3 alpha hydrogen, here 1 hydrogen. Total 4 alpha hydrogens. Sir, is this rearrangement legal? Yes, this is legal because primary becomes secondary. Less stable to more stable. Sir, one more rearrangement is possible because at adjacent position, because alkyl group and hydrogen are there. One more is possible? Yes, possible. Multiple rearrangements are also possible in carbocations, but the condition is in every step, in every rearrangement, a carbocation must be more and more stabilized. Okay, in the first step, we got more stable carbocation. Suppose you want to do one more rearrangement, okay, the multiple rearrangement, that is possible, but after rearrangement, you have to get more stable carbocation than this one. Again 1,2 hydride shift. Again 1,2 hydride. Okay, this hydrogen 2 electrons. Generally, I don't want to shift alkyl group, just hydride, because if you shift alkyl group, alkyl will go here and here that degree decreases. Secondary, tertiary, that degree decreases. You can understand that one. Okay, now you see it is a tertiary carbocation. If I shift alkyl group, it becomes again secondary to secondary, nothing. Okay, so 2 rearrangements I did. In the first rearrangement, stability increased. Second rearrangement, secondary to tertiary, again stability increased. So this is also legal. So this one is finally rearranged to this one. Okay, so once again you see here 3 hydrogens, here 3 hydrogens, here 2 hydrogens. So total 8 alpha hydrogens are there. So multiple rearrangement is possible, but in every rearrangement stability of carbocation must increase. Well, let's talk about third one. Third one is over, I think. Yes, fourth one. Fourth carbocation. Let's see, is there any rearrangement possible here? Positive charge is there. This is secondary carbocation. We know this is a secondary carbon. So now what I am telling, here hydrogen is there. So 1,2 hydride shift or 1,2 methyl shift, your choice. I am doing 1,2 hydride shift. 1,2 hydride shift. Okay, sir ji. Okay, this hydrogen will shift this place and positive charge will be formed, and now secondary becomes tertiary. Is it possible? Yes, quite possible. Sir, I want to do 1,3 methyl shift. Okay, you do. Who denies? Okay, I don't want to deny any student. Okay. Now, when methyl group shifts here, positive charge will be formed here. Okay, so it is, you see, secondary to again secondary, secondary to again secondary, and in this how many alpha hydrogens? 2 plus 1, 3 alpha hydrogen carbocation is rearranged to again 3 alpha hydrogen carbocation. But this one you see 3 plus 2 plus 2 na 3 2 5 2 7 7 alpha hydrogens, and this is the most stable. Already I told you, in rearrangement we have to go for most stable carbocation. This is incorrect, this is correct. No need to think. If this carbocation is more stable than this, then also you don't need to see anything. Only you see among these three which is most stable. Okay, only one thing you see. Second most stable, don't see. The most stable carbocation, you go with this one. I mean, during a chemical reaction, when carbocation is formed, if rearrangement is possible, rearrangement takes place. That is compulsory. After that, the product formation takes place through this particular carbocation. Okay, most stable carbocation after rearrangement, because carbocations are reaction intermediates. They are not the products. But product formation takes place through more stable carbocation. Intermediate must be more stable. Let's talk about structure number 5. This one. Sorry, here 2 hydrogens are there. Generally, we don't want to shift positive charge to this side because secondary becomes secondary, because groups are present, alkyl groups here. So here is there any hydrogen? No. This carbon, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds are already present. There is no hydrogen here. So it is compulsory to shift alkyl group. 1, 2 methyl shift. There is no other option. When methyl group shifts here, positive charge will be formed here. You see, this is a secondary carbocation. This side no alpha hydrogen with just 2 alpha hydrogens, only 2 alpha hydrogens. But this one you see 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1. Here also 1 hydrogen is there. No? So 6 alpha hydrogens, a tertiary carbocation. Because you know from fundamental concept that tertiary carbocations have in general more number of alpha hydrogens than secondary than primary. Why tertiary carbocations are more stable than secondary? Because of more number of alpha hydrogens, more hyperconjugative structures are possible. Okay, very simple logic. Yes, this rearrangement is possible. One more rearrangement if possible, you check. Otherwise, no, because already tertiary is formed. I don't think that some more rearrangement is possible, because if we shift hydride from this place to this, it will be secondary. Alkyl to this, again you will get this. So this is the most stable. Product formation takes place through this carbocation if this carbocation is formed in a reaction. Okay, so if this is formed in a chemical reaction, you do rearrangement and get the final product. So already I told you, general logic in 2 carbon carbocation containing 2 carbons, no rearrangement. Generally from 3 carbons rearrangement takes place. And some carbocations, by looking at those carbocations, we think that rearrangement is possible. Okay, let's see some other examples. This is a carbocation. This is another carbocation. Okay. Suppose in a chemical reaction you got this carbocation. Then is any rearrangement possible here? Let's see. I want to shift this hydrogen. Okay, this one. This is A type and this is B type. In A type rearrangement I am doing 1,2 hydride shift. Okay, this hydrogen will go there and positive charge will be formed here. And in B shift, B shifting means from B hydrogen, this B type of hydrogen will shift over there, so positive charge will be formed here. Now you see it is a secondary carbocation. During the shifting of A type of hydrogen, primary is formed. This is a blunder. When secondary or tertiary is converted into primary, that is blunder. And secondary to again secondary. Okay, but you see, although both are secondary, is there any increase in stability? Let's check, because stability depends on number of alpha hydrogens. In the secondary, you see this side 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 5 alpha hydrogens are there. How many? 5 alpha hydrogens. But right side, you see carefully, 1 hydrogen plus 2, 1 plus 2, 3 alpha hydrogens. Okay, although both are secondary, again stability of the carbocation decreases. So when you have doubt in such kind of carbocation, no problem, you go with rearrangement. All possible rearrangements you do. Okay, if you get more stable carbocation than initial carbocation, then you go with more stable carbocation. But here this is less stable. Although this is secondary, this is also less stable. So it is the most stable. No need to rearrange this carbocation. And this you will come to know if you check like this. Okay, so this is totally based on your skill, because you cannot memorize many examples. You cannot memorize in which carbocation rearrangement is possible, in which carbocation rearrangement is not possible. No teachers tell you to memorize like that. But what I am telling, when you are given a carbocation, you do rearrangement, all possible rearrangements, then you find the most stable one. Okay, sometimes initial carbocation may be the most stable, this one like this. Okay, so final example I am going to teach, and this one actually when this kind of arrangement is there, we must not go to rearrangement, because already this is highly stabilized by resonance, because you know this is the carbon, oxygen is there, it donates lone pair to the vacant orbital, p orbital of carbon. So after this you will get this type of cation. This is oxycation. This is not carbocation. What is the difference between carbocation and oxycation, sir? You see, in carbocation, carbon has 6 valence electrons. Octet is not fulfilled. But here oxygen has octet configuration, and all carbons are also have octet configuration. So that is the actual difference. So you see this point to this, so this is more stable, because we know when you compare stability of any species, the first condition must be octet. Every atom must possess 8 valence electrons. Okay, generally for hydrogens we take duplet. So in this carbocation you cannot do any kind of rearrangement. Although hydrogen is available, if we shift here, again positive charge will be formed on carbon. That although that will be tertiary carbocation, but carbocation is carbocation, 6 valence electrons. Oxycation has 8 valence electrons. So when you have a heteroatom along with lone pair adjacent to the positive charge, no need of any kind of rearrangement. That is very highly and exceptionally stable. Okay.